Let me know if you guys can see me. We're streaming now live on Facebook and YouTube. So hopefully you guys can see me. On the Zoom, can you guys see me? Let's make sure. Okay, 1 second. Okay, why is it not letting me? Failed to start the video. Ooh, why? I'm not sure why. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. I'm not sure why. And live on Workplace by Facebook. Maybe this is gonna help me out. It's funny, you do a whole run for 30 minutes and everything goes right, and at the last minute, it completely goes wrong. No, we don't want this. This looks like Teams. Continue to Zoom. Oh gosh, we might not have visual on Zoom, but that's where I need it most. Give us 5 minutes, guys. Thank you so much. How did I connect them last time? Miss Millionaire, Giovanna, can you hear me? How do I connect it to the StreamYard? It just keeps, then I keep trying to do the video. It just keeps saying cannot start video. It's failed to start the video. Please select another video camera. Oh, let's see. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's live on YouTube and Facebook right now. Hi guys, live from the UK. But I want you guys to see me first and foremost, because this is where everyone is going to be connecting from. So I want you guys to see me first and foremost. I don't know, I'm just tapping on everything here now. Video. This is the same video. I can see the big blue light in my face, so God knows why. No, it just says cannot, and I don't know why. I know normally I just start like when it goes live, they're all just on one place. No, just trying to do the video. I've got everybody sat here waiting in the background for us to get going. We seem to be live on Facebook and on YouTube. However, let me try something. I don't want to share my screen though. And that won't help us because this is StreamYard. Okay. Okay, I'm in the StreamYard doing that though. Add to stream. So everyone's waiting. Okay, just everybody, you guys just unmute. We're just having a technical hitch for Zoom for some reason. Okay. I'm going to try one more thing. So let's come back over here to the Zoom. Let's see what happens when I press to share. Hey, Miss E. So maybe I'll just do it like this. Can you guys see like that? I mean, it's not the best. Is it full screen or?
Talking to me?
See the whole. You can see the secrets now. You can see the whole operation. Oh my gosh, we didn't mean to show everything, guys. We didn't mean to show everything. You know what I mean? But you know, let's do this. Okay, let me do this. Let's share the audio for that. Let's share this. I'm just sharing everything, guys. Like no holds barred. Today is a sharing day. So my entire screen is now your entire life. It's even telling me to be careful. So hopefully the hackers aren't out today. Oh, that looks weird.
Yeah, we can see everything.
That looks weird now. Okay, right, 1 second. Let's just stop that 1 second. And then let's go back over here.
You know, we all have to sign the forms for the video rights.
You know what I mean?
Sort it out, you know what I mean? If anyone needs
no problem. Guys, you still have a minute to get to get a few people on. We're definitely going to get started in just a minute. But for some reason, okay, all right. Well, we'll do that again. Oh, I can hear you, Miss. Hey, Angel, how you doing? Okay, so let's do that again so you can see share computer sound, optimize screen for video clip. Hey, this might work. Okay, whatever, it's done. We're in. Okay, guys, so we work with what we've got. So can you guys see me? I just want you to be able to see me. I just want to be able to talk to you. Can I have a real conversation with you guys today? Can I just kind of just break it down to you? It's just kind of talk like some real, hard facts. First of all, welcome to Manchester, UK, sunny Manchester. We're here, Rich University. Yes, we have a campus here in Manchester. You're hearing a lot of this, campus, Rich University. A lot of you don't have a clue, what a Rich University is. But that is basically an amazing movement that, everybody who's about to kind of give you a little insight today from, from their personal perspective of what that means and, what that can even, mean for yourself. So buckle up, we really want to have, like I said, some real dialogue. My name is Miss Maren UK. I'm here, like I said, live in sunny Manchester. And I've definitely been a part of this amazing movement for 3 years. I had the good pleasure of, spending some time out in the States for a period of about 6 years. And I was able to meet some amazing people. Just go ahead and mute out, guys, if you let me see. Now you guys are really testing my multitasking capabilities here. So let's see what we've got going on. Let's go ahead and boom. There you go. Boom. Okie dokie. So yeah, you might want to get this out to you guys, team members, you guys, people that you care about, that you think should hear this information. We've got an absolute treat for you today. So like I was saying, I had the pleasure, of meeting an amazing person. At the time, she was just so caring, just so open. Her heart was for the people, particularly myself at the time. I was in a place in my life where I was just kind of really looking for a win. I was in a new country, in a new environment, and I really wanted a win. And, she just kind of brought the vision that she came with, the amount of impact that she came with. She just really wanted to, she was a successful person, upwardly mobile. Her name is Dr. China Bethley. Fast forward to me coming back to the UK, just to tell my story really, really quick. I had the good pleasure of working as a project manager for Gary Neville on a contract role. Around the time that role came to an end, through no choice of my own, I was then forced, where the rubber meets the road, and you're then kind of at a crossroads thinking, okay, well, I'm at 30 plus now. What do I do with I can't keep going back round in the same circles and the same cycles. And when you kind of are in situations where you are earning, once that's kind of ripped from under your feet, unfortunately, we tend to not be in a position where we can sustain ourselves for, a certain amount of time. And, this kind of echoes to kind of where we are in the world right now. Things are changing rapidly at the speed of sound, at the speed of light. We're in a digital boom. What do I mean? Every single thing we can do from our phones. We can order food from our phones. We can check the weather from our phones. There's an app for that. Why not? What about our finances? What can our phone do in relation to that? And I was able, like I said, connected to this amazing woman of God, this amazing leader who'd had had an amazing journey to be able to be in circles that I could only dream of, and learn how to basically, leverage systems, put things in place for other people so that she could go ahead and impact more than just her family, but nations and generations. And, that's how I come before you today, being a part of, this thing called Rich. But again, this is a college tour edition. We're talking right there to the uni kids, those kids that just got their results back. There's been a whole scandal recently on the news. If you guys are, half awake here in the UK, then you'll know that, first of all, the kids haven't been in school for the last, God knows how many months, at least 6 months, right? And they were told that, that they would, all their results, they would be chosen, they would be picked out, based on, their performance and all the rest, by basically a computer, by an algorithm. And that happened. Oh, Sorry, guys. Let me just go ahead and mute everybody. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. 1 second. Let me just let this person know that we are live. 1 second. Perfect. Wow. No problem, Miss E. That's cool. That's cool. You know, your family, it's all right. No, but as I was saying, right now the youth have really been kind of hard done by. You know, they're basically in a position where their future that was depending on their results from school, their results from college, you know, thinking that they were about to enter, you know, this new stage in their life, go to university. That's been shattered. Why? Because this algorithm unfairly marked a lot of these children, you know, based on their postcode. Some of them were marked down. Certain of them got predicted grades, you know, AAA and above. And this algorithm said, no, we think that, you know, these are the best results for you. And it's been an outrage. You know, the head of the exam board has stepped down, and, you know, hopefully, you know, they're protesting. Hopefully they'll find a way. But the truth is, we've come to realize that the system can kind of, you know, do what it wants. The overall, how this world is run, if that's what they choose and that's the fate, then, you know, sometimes that's, you know, we seal our fate. That's where it kind of, that's the beginning and the end. And, you know, we just want to introduce you to something that has a lot more flexibility, more options for you. And I'm going to bring some people to the forefront right now, because like I said, I want us to kind of want this to be short, sharp, and to the point. So I'm going to bring to you somebody who I've had the good pleasure of meeting in this space, the good pleasure of seeing kind of his progression, and I'll let him tell his story and why he's in this space. And he's come rolling deep. Can I get Mr. Lawrence? Is Mr. Lawrence out there? Let me go.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, good evening. I'm here.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Squadded up. I'm loving it. I'm loving what I see. I mean, just talk to the people right now. Like I said, we just wanted to have like a real conversation of the kind of things that, you know, you might have had access to or not had access to, and what this kind of space, you know, the Rich University space has afforded you, and the time that you've been in. Just kind of let us know and introduce us to those, you know, those fine kings as well in the background.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, these are my three brothers, three younger brothers. So I'm the alpha male, and I've got my son at the back. I don't know if you can see him. So he's going to be a trader in the making in the future. But just to go back a little bit, my background's more corporate, working for a statutory organisation for well over 10 years. Felt that my skills were utilised as well as they could do or could be. I felt that I was kind of subjected to just being asked to do things, and I didn't feel free within myself, not only from a work perspective, but financially. I didn't feel I was being fulfilled. So I was exposed to this opportunity where I could use my phone as my asset rather than a liability, and kind of increase my account. And further to that, along with knowing some people who have got the same morals, principles that I have, and a sense of community of practice. So being involved in the community within the Rich family for the last 4 months is kind of opened my eyes in terms of how I can increase my account. Not only that, but my own self-development. I've been able to kind of go into my comfort zone and do it with a lot of zeal now. Little things like having an IG account is something that I'd never thought I'd have. But now I know the power of leverage. So I'm leveraging the resources that I have around me, and I'm beginning to see the fruits. And now that I want to kind of translate that to my 3 younger brothers and my son as well. So they're here today to kind of be living testimonies to not only be kind of being exposed to the platform, but hopefully in time they will kind of accompany me and join me in the family of Rich University.
Wow, no, amazing. Wow. Hey guys, hey kings. I mean, just even, you know, touching on some of the things that you've just said there. I mean, just even to see the power of them watching you, you know, being able to give them a blueprint, to, you know, to be able to pass something down. A lot of us don't really come from, you know, that passed down of wealth, you know, culture. Something that we, you know, we talk about, you know, that we definitely, you know, want to want to execute, want to basically, see what that feels like. And, it does start with us. So I think it's amazing that, that you're able to do that through this space. I'd like to hear from Josh and hear what he has to say as far as, his interest, what he's seen. Obviously, he's been watching you. None of them have started, really, trading yet or getting involved. But what does it mean as far as, your financial literacy and like what you've seen? Like, we just want to hear your voice.
Well, insofar as the trading side of things, like so far, it's all the boxes for me. It's something that you can do yourself. You can dictate the hours and how much is invested into it. And in that regard, what you're receiving in terms of income is commensurate with the ability and the time that you're willing to put in, which is something that is not, well, in my experience of working for corporate companies, it's not something I've experienced. You're given a set of directives to follow.
Yeah.
I say is a negligible wage to carry out that duty. And for me, I'm at that stage where I believe jobs that I've been in the last 10 years have not been commensurate with my ability.
Wow. Oh, wow. Just hearing you kind of being able to, talk about this, when I was your age, I didn't know anything about, such opportunities. So I think that's just a really powerful thing, that we're in a space right now where we can actually, each one teach one. We can actually share, we can actually have information that can really, increase our situations. I mean, most of us, we went to a public school. We've got, some of us had the privilege of going to private school, but even then the information that, a lot of our youth are receiving, what we receive, which is we can only pass on what we know. And the truth of the matter is, I just didn't want to be a part of the masses anymore. Like I was tired of being, a part of the 95% that share 5% of the wealth. I wanted to step into those circles you had to be born into. When you think of a Prince Charles, when you think of a, even if your last name was Hilton, I mean, I'm sure they've never had to fill in an application before, probably don't even know, what a CV looks like, only for those people that they're, reading CVs of, to actually, find employees for their own business. And I remember being young and thinking about, I'd love to have shares in this, I'd love to have shares in that, but I had no clue like where to start, where to look from. So I think it's important that, we today, right here, in our great city, Manchester, can be that point of contact, can let, the kings and queens such as yourselves know that, look, there's an algorithm, that can work for you. There's a way that you can actually leverage, this software to basically increase your financial trajectory. And the list is endless. Once you kind of have that knowledge and know how to apply it, that is literally where your power starts. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lawrence and all your brothers. I look forward to seeing the future. I look forward. That is legacy building right there.
Yes,
so that's amazing. Okie dokie, guys. So, a lot of you guys that are even watching might be able to kind of connect with that, but not everybody is from that kind of from that same kind of space as far as being able to be at that stage in life where you feel young enough to change your direction or young enough to acquire something. So I want you to kind of hear from a variety of people. A lot of you right now might be a part of that school system right now as a teacher, thinking about what even that looks like in September, going back to that slog is completely different, what's kind of with everything what's been happening. But I want you to hear from somebody like yourself, if that's you, who is a teacher out there, who has had, the ability to kind of get an inside look at that curriculum, inside look at that information that is being passed down to our children. So I want to hear from Mrs. Alamoru. Are you out there? Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute. There you go. Can hear.
Hi.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. I'm fine.
Amazing.
Yeah, as Miranda said, in the school system, I'm a teacher. I'm teaching for the best part of 21 years now, and yes, I've looked at the iMastery Academy, and look, I've compared it to various schools of thought from the education background. And the materials are excellent. They are easy to follow. Me myself as a teacher, I can see how easy it is to actually apply yourself to the resources. The resources are amazing, and I'd like to encourage any one of you. I mean, I'm without revealing my age too much.
No one will believe you anyway. That's my mum, guys.
Anyway, so listen, at my age, I'm still being able to apply. I've been able to apply myself to the materials. It's so easy. I mean, to be honest, I've seen people in this space that are a lot older than me and still are winning in this space. So that was one of the things that made me, think, well, okay, if they can do it, I can do it. Never too old to learn a new skill. And, as Miranda said, the school system doesn't really prepare, children or young people for, their financial background. It doesn't really prepare them financially. So really, this space is just excellent, and I'm just glad that I've actually had the opportunity to be in this space and be a part of this, and to be able to use my phone rather than it being, there for purely going on social media or looking at whatever it is people do on their phones, games, shopping, whatever you might do on your mobile phone. You can actually use it, to make money. Use it to invest. Look at stocks, as my daughter said, stocks and shares. What would I like to invest in? These sort of things people might just think about and not realise how to go about it. And this Mastery Academy can actually provide you with the tools to do this. And yes, it's amazing. I would tell this to anyone who I come into contact with, all the young people, that it's something that they can build on, they can learn a new skill, and they can have this skill forever. And it's something that they will add to them rather than take away. So yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It's so funny being, hearing your perspective, hearing somebody who is basically in the classroom, with the children, being able to connect with them and communicate with them, and already seeing, in this short space of time, how long, since you've been, trading with us?
Since March, since the lockdown.
Wow. So in that short space of time, you've been able, and how long, have you been teaching? Have you been in the teaching field, if you don't mind us asking?
21 years.
Wow. So 21 years versus what's March, April, May, June, July, August, 5 months. And you can already kind of see, like a difference in the value that's being offered, as far as, the kind of skill set that can actually, advance you forward, can actually, use physically, as far as financial literacy goes. Say what you like, but it's hard to kind of do a lot in this world, guys, without finances, without financial education. And a lot of us, we don't know. When I was 18 years old, the first thing I ran and did was go and get a store card, because I thought, that's what we do. That's what adults do, grown up. So I basically said, hi, debt, welcome. Here I am. I'm here for the taking. And unfortunately, that's a lot of people's story, especially when they don't have, the knowledge to do better. They don't have the mentorship. They don't have the guidance. And, even though, no, I wasn't, a teeny bopper or a nipper when I acquired this, but being able to, meet Dr. China and, get into those circles and get into those spaces, I was basically being coached day one. I had that mentorship day one. I had the ability to have a blueprint from somebody who'd already acquired wealth, who'd already, made millions. And now they were just willing to lock hands with me and show me how to do the same thing. At least give me an understanding of how, how it all works. Give me an insight. You know, I don't know about you, but I don't see, you know, the Warren Buffetts and the, you know, the Jeff Bezos is reaching down to even their community and saying, okay, you know, young one, you know, young king, young queen, follow me. I'll show you what I did. You know, just watch me. Just copy the right cats. And that is something that, you know, is really, really powerful. And speaking about, acquiring acquiring unsavory kind of costs, we know, you know, as a lot of our young people are about to enter into this new world of university, of higher education, you know, it's not free, you know, even though there is a level of success attached to that, you know, it also comes with a price tag that for a lot of us has also been a little bit of a ball and chain, that no matter what we're doing, we can still kind of pulling that along and pulling that along and pulling that along. And you know, the system always comes back for theirs. They get theirs the moment you start earning. You'll scroll down that, you know, scroll down your paycheck, scroll down that slip, and somewhere along the line, you'll see all these little names, all these people that you don't know. This person ain't part of my family. Why are they getting 10%? Why are they getting this student loan? I ain't been to a college or a university classroom in 30 years and then some. So I just want to kind of give you the perspective of some of our alumni. Where's our alumni in the building? A lot of you guys, you know, you've kind of been through this kind of you know, been down this road before, as far as, you know, education, you know, acquiring knowledge to kind of put you in a better stand, you know, steadfast. So why are you here? Like, why are you listening to this information? What can that actually do for you? Well, I want to introduce you guys to two fine alumni out there in, actually, you guys hail from Manchester, but you guys are in London. Can you guys hear me? There we go. There we go. There we go. I can see you guys. Can you guys hear us? And we can hear, oh wait, no, I can't hear you. 1 second. There you go. You guys are unmuted. I can hear you guys now. How are you guys doing?
We're doing fine. Thanks very much.
We just want to hear from you. We want to kind of hear your guys' story. Again, like we just spoke about, you know, you guys, I mean, I know definitely we have the most overachiever, top of the class, you know, top grade specialist, you know, to the right of you or your left. Don't shoot me. I don't know which one's which now, looking at the what's before me. But you guys just talk to me about your kind of journey into this space, kind of where the background you're coming from, and how you ended up here, and what value you think can be offered to, you know, people just like yourself.
Okay, I'll start. My name's Comfort, and I came into this space about just since about June. My career so far has been working in financial and entertainment places. I first started off my career working for Sheraton Worldwide Hotels, where I sort of was able to live a bit of a life of luxury, and also extend that to my friends and family. I then went into the entertainment business, also on the financial side, production, accounting. And I've since come into this space through Maren, because I've wanted, you know, to have that opportunity to be able to work when I want to work and look towards retirement in the future. And I think something like this will give me the opportunity to achieve my goals of being able to sit back and live a life of luxury finally. Since I've come into the space, I've really enjoyed the community feel of it. I've been very impressed with the education side from the academy, and being able to access the educators as well as the members of the Rich University at any time. I think it's a great opportunity for learning and earning. I'm very proud of what I've done so far in such a short space of time, even developing a relationship with a Forex pair, which is the gold and USD pair. As someone who likes to wear gold, I now can earn from it. So I'm really enjoying the space that I'm in, and I'd recommend it, you know, to anyone who's wanting to create wealth management for themselves and an independent life for themselves. and not be chained to the ball and chain of work.
Wow.
So
You
that's my
definitely,
experience.
said a mouthful there. You spoke about a few things. You spoke about, the academy space. You spoke about basically gold. You touched on so many things there. Tell us a little bit more specifically, about what those kind of things, for the person that's looking at this with fresh eyes, they're just coming on board. They're just connecting tonight. And they basically want to kind of just want to know a little bit in depth what that means. If they're just like yourself, you've been a successful property developer. You told us a little bit about your background, but I know you're from the financial world. Why now? Why now in this part of your life where you said you should be relaxing? And what physically kind of from a testimony point of view, I'm digging here because you called me this morning very excited. But what that actually means and how you've got to this space only since June. So just tell us a little bit about, that journey.
Well, I mean, I only came into it in June, even though I've been aware of it, obviously, for the last year or so. But it's something that I wanted to do in my own time. When I was ready for it, and I feel that I definitely am now. I've seen from other people's successes that it's something that I could definitely use to achieve my goals of, the residual income. That's something that I've always wanted as well, even though I've been in the property game for the last 10 plus years or more. I just feel that this is an extra arm to the independent living that I've always wanted to do, and that I've always, since 1988 when I became self-employed, that something that I've always wanted to achieve, and I've been lucky enough to always keep it going.
Tell us about gold. Tell us about that gold. Can you guys hear me? I want you to tell us about that gold though. You said something about gold. What does that mean? You said you was wearing gold and now you're earning from gold. What does that mean? We've had an amazing, testimony today from yourself with gold. Please tell us, what does that mean?
Well, I mean, just when I came into the space and I was able to listen to everybody else's testimonies, and they talk about their relationship with the various pairs in the forex in the forex arena, and I myself, it was all just words, whereas having done the last 3 months of the education and also practice in demo and by talking to other successful individuals in this space, yesterday was a little a bit of a turning point for me, because I actually spent a lot of my evening just working on one particular trade, and that was gold, just seeing how it works, how all of the education that I've gained over the last 3 months, to see it all in action, so to speak, and to get my own little strategy, and I'm proud to say that I was quite successful with it, having won a lot of gold in my time, and now I'm earning from it, so it's really sort of fulfilled my goals in that respect. You're
being very, very modest, but let me just tell you, that's my auntie, and she literally called me this morning so excited, like, oh my god, gold, I've made money on gold, I've been profiting on gold all night, I did this, I got one alert and I put it in, and then I just kept it going. And this was really, really like, oh my gosh, my heart was really full, because she spoke about the academies. And sometimes, especially, at different periods in our life, acquiring kind of new technology and new platforms can be a little bit overwhelming and all over the place. And, I really, really do commend, my auntie, because she's been able to spend time with our live educators. Every single day she gets on a specific session at 6:30 in the morning before she kind of starts her day to 7:30. She kind of follows along, writes down what it says, been getting some small successes. But sometimes you don't realize, how much information you're actually receiving, and, what that actually means as far as that you're actually advancing. And today, or this morning, when was it? Well, this morning was when you called me. The excitement to know that it had paid off. Everything that you've been connecting to, all the things that you've been listening, now you can see the profits. You got your blue skies, and now she's got, you're gold, baby, gold, gold. So you're able to basically, you know, work that thing and be able to, you know how to profit from it. And I just think that's an amazing, amazing, you know, place to be in, where you can pick up your smartphone and like I said, you can put in, you know, a trade, which I'm going to show you guys, because you guys must be wondering, okay, what are they going on about? I really want to know all this. So don't worry, we're going to get to it. But yeah, I just really wanted to really quickly. I see my other auntie there, you know, right next to you. And I know you've got a few things to share. We are going to kind of keep this short and sweet, but we really want to hear from yourself as well. You know, we want to hear from kind of, you know, your experience, you know, definitely an overachiever. You know, speak to that, you know, that young boy or that young girl that got their exam results back this week and, you know, they think that that's it, you know, life's over. They didn't get into their uni of choice, or even maybe they did. Talk about that, because we know that you were basically, you know, the overachiever of overachievers in your day.
Well, thanks a lot for that, but I think I was taking it a little bit too far. But I certainly was and still am a studier. I was raised by you know, a very strict father who had, you know, ideas. Even before Tony Blair said education, 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 I think our dad said education, 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 and more education. And when you've done that education, do a bit more education. So that is kind of my background, really. You know, I embraced it. I love studying. I still do. I got a bunch of O levels, and then I got 3 A levels, and I went to university. I got a law degree. I got a master's degree. I've qualified back in Nigeria as well, so I can practice here or there as a lawyer. And, you know, so that has been my kind of journey, really. And then suddenly last year, the job that I've been doing for the last 20 plus years came to a fairly dramatic crashing end.
Wow.
And it kind of gave me a jolt to think about, well, you know, it's not just about a job. It's not just about, you know, the monthly paycheck. That wealth is a much broader concept than that. And I've always kind of been interested in building up wealth as opposed to just having a pay packet, because you know, I got into the you know, the property game many years ago. My sister and I do it together, and so that's always kind of been there in the background. But I think because of what happened last year with my job, and then finding out about this space, I've just taken a much more kind of proactive approach to kind of wealth and wealth creation. And this space has given me the opportunity to look at, you know, money and making money in a completely different way, and I'm really embracing it.
Wow.
You know, I've had some small successes, I've had some losses as well, but to me, it's about the process, and this is a process that if you follow through with it, and if you do put in the effort and you do put in the work, and you know, you kind of listen to what people who have been doing it are telling you. And, you know, every morning I get up at the same time as my sister and listen to one of the educators in the iMarket space. And, you know, it's just been a real eye-opener for me that this can be something that can take your you know, your wealth forward, I suppose. It is about you know, it is about giving you another opportunity to get residual wealth. And I'm not poo-pooing jobs, I'm not poo-pooing education, please don't think I am. You know, they're wonderful things, and I think everybody should go for them. But having this opportunity is something that even whilst you're doing that, you can embrace this as well. You can use it to, you know, to add to your knowledge. You can use it to add to your bank account. You can use it to you know, deal with those university fees and all the other nonsense that fortunately I didn't have to deal with, because we didn't have to pay fees in my day. But you know, it's a hard life as a student now, and this is a really good opportunity for young people to start to think about how are they going to you know, kind of get through the you know, the financial, you know, ups and downs of life, just life.
Wow.
You know, it starts, you know, it starts with you know, dealing with that. Well, we used to get a grant. I don't think people get grants anymore. You know, it's dealing with that loan, it's dealing with those payments, and it's important to start to think about that from an early age. And you know, I think this space is a really good, positive space for young people who are starting on their journey. And it was great to see at the start of this broadcast, to see all those young guns in the you know, all those young guns, you know, kind of, you know, in this space dealing with this, and I'm sure they're much better than us oldies, because I've really struggled with all the techie stuff. But you know, I'm kind of plowing through, and yeah, I just want to say that I am getting the benefit of learning a new skill, having the opportunity to earn some money in a space that was, you know, I kind of knew about it, you know, sort of in the background, but I never really thought about it in relation to myself. That's something that I could interact with. And doing this has been a real eye-opener for me. And it's one that I'm really grateful to have the opportunity to take forward. And I know that it will, you know, bring the rewards and the fruits that it's, you know, that I've, you know, kind of set for myself. Yeah. And and I'm really glad to be a part of, you know, the whole thing. But I will need you know, a little bit of help on the techie side. Any young people out there who want to teach an old lady how
You've done amazing.
You know, how to, you know, navigate this space, you know.
Awesome. Oh my gosh, that is so amazing. You said so much. Oh my gosh, it's really, really kind of speaking to that person who kind of thinks the traditional route is the only route. I mean, you know, you've definitely, you know, gone down that path, you know, being in the legal profession, you know, being a lawyer. It's funny, we kind of looked up the other day on one of our global, you know, team huddles. We got a lot of support in this community, you know, lots of engagement, you know, like I said, guidance, mentorship, you know, education. And we were able to kind of compare, you know, those, I think we looked at a 60K salary, because these are the kind of figures which are, you know, are an actuality for a lot of people in the space. On multiple different levels, because we have multiple different offerings, you know, in the digital world, in the global, you know, financial market, such as, you know, what we are currently leveraging. And looking at those roles, we would have thought that they were going to be more traditional roles that we're used to seeing, more academic roles. But actually, a lot of those roles are now digital jobs, you know, like your software developers, you know, like, you know, media and marketing, social media managers. Those are the people that are earning like your 60Ks a year. So it seems like gone are the days when we thought that, you know, go to school, get a good job, you know, so that you can like have a good life. I don't know, you know, a lot of people that kind of are living testament to that actually being kind of the, you know, the grade, that being kind of like, you know, the blueprint to follow. I mean, great things to do, but the reality is that not a lot of us are kind of living at the other side, you know, of the harvest, you know, having followed the system's route that was kind of, you know, dictated to us. But I'm so happy to see you in the space. I'm so happy to see you just kind of diving in, you know, so happy to just see you kind of following the system. You know, systems are amazing. Systems are things that save you time, energy, and money. So when you have a system, when you are able to leverage and connect to a system that's working, that is really powerful. And not just for you, you're able to now, you know, share the blessing. You're able to share it to your sister. She's able to go on and, you know, keep sharing it. And that is really how we kind of build our own economies. That's how we really kind of, you know, build, you know, that community. Our kids are always watching. The young people are always watching. You know, what have they got? What have they got to kind of look forward to? What can, like we've been saying, what can we physically kind of, you know, pass down to them and give them? So no, amazing, you know, words of advice, amazing wisdoms. And just speaking about, you know, the young people that are watching, we've got an amazing person here in this space that, you know, he connects with us every single week. We have our live sessions, you know, every community, whoever invited you to this call, there's plenty of live engagement as well as kind of, you know, online engagement. And we have a space here in Manchester where we kind of get together on a Monday evening. We call it Monday Night Live. And I would say that this next guy is definitely the star of Monday Night Live. And no matter where he is twin boys are not too far behind. And, you know, they're sponges. They're always watching. So I definitely like to see if we have Wayne out there in the building. Wayne, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Good evening, Manchester. Good evening, Rich University, Manchester. And good evening to all the budding up-and-coming students. Welcome.
Oh,
Hope
wow.
everyone's fine.
Thank you so much for that. We just want to kind of hear a bit of, from yourself and from your story, you know, how long you've been in the space. Definitely, you know, like I said, you got a lot of eyes on you, you know, where you are. I don't know if they're around, but, you know, if they are, they'll definitely join us. Just kind of tell us about your journey.
Maureen, what I'd like to do really is not really focus on me, but my reason why I'm here, I mean, you know, you've heard a lot of testimonies there which I'm very similar. One of the things that sort of drove me to sort of jump onto the space at this time in life was more to do with my boys. I got twin boys who were both 16. And my thought process was to try and help them, educate them in a way that they should go forward. A way that hopefully once they get that education, it will stick with them for life. So that was part of like providing something that I myself didn't have as a 16-year-old boy, 17-year-old boy, 18-year-old boy who has left school. Right now, it is a very scary world for the young kids coming through. Again, as touched on, there's so many uncertainties. We're told to go to school, get good grades, go to college, go get good grades, go to university, get good grades, and you get a job. And that is no longer the reality. Being straight talking, that is no longer the reality. There's so many uncertainties, unemployment uncertainty. I'm in an environment here where, because of the COVID-19, a lot of people thought they were going back into jobs and now unemployed because the works had to reduce the staff numbers. And as a consequence, they realized they can work with less people, uncertainties. So my aim was to provide my boys with an option that they could go along and study, that hopefully they'll grow into and become financially independent, educate and have the skills to become financially independent. That's what this is about for me. And you know, the Rich University is a great medium for us to educate our young and up and coming boys and girls to find that financial freedom, to learn the skill sets to become financially independent. So I thought it would be more than worth to introduce my boys to Forex, to expose them to Forex, in the hope that they pick it up and therefore have choices, another income stream. Because yes, they have their own ambition, they've got their own drives, they've got their own desires. You know, one wants to be a graphic designer, animation graphic designer. The other one just wants to be an entrepreneur, and whatever he needs to do to make money, that's what he wants to do. So what my thought process to give them options, hopefully by they reach the age of 22, they can make choices in life that they want to do and not be caught up in the system. Yeah, so right now they're 16. So what we're going through is on, you know, we're not set a timetable as such, but I'm exposing them to the learning I'm doing, the education. I'm exposing them to the rich university and the environment that I'm in there. And I'm showing them, you know, how to use the demo account to do some trades. So hopefully by the time they're 18, it becomes almost as bad as they're playing the PS4, which is something that very much love right doing right now. So they come 18, they've got a good understanding, a good background, a good knowledge that hopefully they can go and fly and be successful, fly and have choices. And that's the reason, or one of the reasons why I'm here, because right now I'm really fearful for my boys in terms of going out in the real world.
Wow. When you touched on so many things right there, and I think it's really, really important for us to really look at this, like the real, what our kids, you know, are kind of facing, and what opportunities are out there for them. And it's always good to expose them to things that, you know, we think that they can, you know, that can benefit them. You know, you said one wants to be a graphic designer, one wants to be an entrepreneur. I mean, how many of you that 16, whatever you decided to do or thought you was going to be, probably wasn't the thing that you chose, but to basically have options, to basically be able to, you know, still put yourself in a position that when you finally figure it out, you know, you've got a vehicle, you've got kind of, you know, a bit of, you know, a bit of wealth behind you. And all we're doing here is basically leveraging a global market that we all take part in every day. You know, Forex is simply an acronym for foreign exchange. Most of us have exchanged, you know, our local currency to go on holiday. You know, most of us have bank accounts. If you see, you know, in the city center, those big banks, HSBC, Barclays, those big corporate banks that you've never gone in to make a withdrawal in there. What do you think they are? They're trade floors. Someone's trading the money that you basically, you know, worked hard to put in that bank. And if you want to withdraw your money, if it's a certain amount over your certain daily limit, even if you had, let's say, 10K in the account, you can't just go and withdraw 2K over the counter or in the bank. Why? You have to order it. Why do you have to order your own money if it's there? You're ordering it because it's not actually there. Those guys that are in them buildings that's their 9 to 5 is basically leveraging your money, trading your money, making your $100 or £100 that you put in your account and turning that into, you know, a four-figure sum and the rest, putting it back in your account as the same £100 and then giving you a funny number that looks like 0.01456%, and you know, these are the only options that our kids think are available. What are we sharing with them? What are we teaching them? Are we enlightening them, you know, that there's anything more to anything higher? So, you know, being that this is a, you know, a system, a market as old as time, been going since 4 AD, many people have been leveraging that don't look like us. You know, we've really disrupted this space. That's why this is probably sounding like Japanese to you right now, because you're probably wondering what in the world. I hear them saying things. It sounds good. It looks good. But exactly what that is. And I want you, while I'm going to go on to the next person, before I do that, I want you to download an app on your phone. I told you that you have an app for the weather. I told you that you have, you know, an app for buying food, for, you know, your food shopping, for delivery. You know, there's an app for almost everything. You know, we have apps on our phones even now to, you know, to message. I mean, I thought texting was enough, but now I've got a WhatsApp, I've got a Telegram, I've got an all sorts of gram. Do you know what I mean? You've got your emails and you can do every single thing on your phone. So I want you to go to your app store, whether that is on your iOS device or that is on your Android device, whatever that looks like, Google Play or App Store. And I want you to type in the word MetaTrader 4. In fact, let me see if I can even share my screen just so that you can see this really quickly and walk you guys through the process. So I know that okay, let me just stop this for a moment. Maybe when it comes back on, it will come back bigger and better and greater. So let's go ahead and do this. Oh, if it gives me the option. If not, when you go to your app store, I want you to type in MetaTrader 4. Okay, it's not there it's not allowing me to share that phone screen. So I'll show you guys like this. if we just go to another browser. So META trader. It might come up once you start typing this, and then the number 4, and the icon is going to look something like, yes, I did mean that. Oh, thank you so much, Google. You're so clever. It's going to look something like this on the screen. Let's get the images up so you can see. You guys can just type a 1 in the chat if you can, if you're there. If you see like a blue background with 3 icons that look like, you know, people and a 4 in the middle, go ahead and download that. You shouldn't take very long. It should only take a couple of minutes. And once you've downloaded it, you will see a screen with lots of moving numbers on there. Something that looks like, let's see, something that looks like this. So as soon as you're there, I'm going to give you the next instructions. But while you guys are downloading that, like I said, I'm going to do this at the end, but I'm going to give everybody a chance to catch up. So what did we just do? We went to MetaTrader 4 in our app store and we downloaded it. And then we should be, when you open the app, you should see something like this. Moving numbers, lots of moving numbers. And we're going to see exactly what that means in just a moment. But just to bring somebody else to the floor, you know, we've been kind of speaking of, we've heard from a multiple, you know, different kinds of people, you know, people that are in this space, you know, from a financial background, from a professional background, you know, people that are in this space with, you know, with their children, with their brothers watching, you know, teachers. But some of us, you know, life kind of, the cards that life deals to us is not always exactly our plan. That's not always exactly, you know, the box that we thought we'd fit into. And sometimes, like we've spoke about, you know, the system has got its kind of own agenda. It knows what it needs, you know, it's got its plans. And we sometimes just kind of fall victim to that. And a lot of you guys out there might be one of those people that, you know, the situation you're in is just because, you know, you had to do your best with the cards that were dealt. So listening to this information now, you might say, well, this is all well and good, but people like me, I mean, I've tried to kind of get ahead. I've tried to do this and that, and I've constantly seen knockbacks. I've constantly seen doors in my face. I've even been in situations where, you know, I can't even fill in an application form because as soon as I get to the have you got a criminal record, you know, I had that situation back in the day when I was 17 and when I was kind of lost and unguided and didn't really have, you know, mentors and role models. And that's kind of, you know, stunted my progression. My options are slim. You know, is there a space for me here? So I want to bring somebody to the forefront, somebody basically that, you know, has had that. Hopefully we can see him as well. And we want to go ahead and show your video, play your video as well. Mr. Elaine, I would like to basically bring someone to the forefront that kind of has been their story. You know, they've basically been just dealt the cards of life and had to really kind of, you know, leverage and see what that means for him. And he's found himself in this space and, you know, really been actively helping others as well. So Mr. Nick, are you out there? Can you hear me? We can't see you though. Let's see. I don't know if you can go ahead and unmute. If not, we'll move on, but hopefully you can. I saw you in here before. Oh, there we go.
Hello.
It's a little bit. There you go. Let there be light. And there was
trying
light.
to get the connection, and I was coming in and out. My battery was dying, but I was just determined.
No problem. Thanks so much for connecting with us. You know, we just want to hear a little bit, you know, about your story. You know, speak to that person who is sat here wondering, okay, well, I've seen the professionals, I've seen the young people, but I've had it hard, you know, in life. I'm not really, you know, I'm not really in a position where I kind of, you know, get selected. You know, there's a lot of kind of, you know, discriminatory behaviors when it comes to me and my situation. I'm not really invited, you know, into certain circles. Speak to that person and let them know, you know, what value they can get, you know, from a rich university such as this.
There's an abundance, an absolute abundance. I'll just put it to you like this straight. I've been to prison. I rode around on a bike for 6 years in the rain, spoke to MPs, went to prison and he told me I was overeducated. Got blocked from going to university itself.
Wow.
And I think all this was because mainly because of the colour of the skin. Now I'm out. I own businesses. I've got up and coming businesses. I'm a senior influencer for the whole of Greater Manchester for Black people. So, you know, for the people out there that are going through struggles, that are second guessing about, you know, monetary problems, you know, confidence, not being in circles, this is the circle for you, because you have people that are like you and unlike you that you can connect with, that can help you grow, regardless of, you know, the education that you get from millionaire traders. You have everyday people in here that you can have a conversation with. Do you understand where I'm coming from young and old. When it comes to taking advantage of what you're doing, it's a different opportunity, and it's an opportunity that you hold, that you own. It's like learning how to own a business. Some people will learn how to mature, and some people learn how to communicate. You will learn things about everyday life that people do that you would have never heard of before. And that's the beauty of yes Forex and the Rich University. That's why I think it should be called a university, because it surpasses that. You know, universities do not welcome people like us, history like us, you know, and at the end of the day, we are educated, we have got the ability, we have got the knowledge. You know, sometimes you just need, sometimes you need it to come from a different angle. But Rich University has all that, from everyday people to people who still work on what you would call a minimum wage, to millionaires and billionaires who are using the same space. So it gives you the opportunity to basically communicate with them people, be in the same circles of them people, and understand that you are the same as them people. The only difference is they have a larger bank account, and that's it. And if you work hard and you use some people to as examples, then you can be there too. It's just as simple as that.
Well, I'm so godly proud of you, Nick. I'm so, you know, just to kind of, you know, hear you being able to kind of speak and just, you know, be able to bless others, you know, even with the things that, you know, you've been through, you know, through your story, it's become your glory. You've been able to connect, you know, with other young people, with other people that might be going through similar situations as you. You know, representation of that you've been through, rather. Representation is key. If you don't see yourself in a space, then you don't think it's for you. If you don't know that, you know, you can be more than whatever you're told, you know, when you go through, you know, this system, you know, a lot of the time, you know, back in the day, you know, when you guys used to watch TV, when we all watched TV, or before my time, when you only had like, is it one channel, a little fuzzy kind of channel, and then you had a Lenny Henry on TV. That was your representation. Oh my gosh, we can be in entertainment. Look, there's one of us, everybody come run down and look. And now that gives you hope, that gives you confidence, you know, that gives you a different perspective. So it's really, really important that we are represented in more than just, you know, the status quo kind of spaces. It's really important that we connect, you know, with people that might not have a favorable, set of circumstances. Let them know that it's okay. You know, there's space for you over here. You know, you can come in too. And I want to show you guys now, because I did tell you guys to download that app. And I'm going to just walk you through. If I could share my screen, I would. But like I said, technology wasn't our friend today. But hey ho, you don't have to be highly technical in this space to be able to leverage it and benefit from it. So I'm going to walk you through the process of what you actually just, you know, downloaded to your phone, that MT4. And I'm going to show you exactly how to enter the largest global financial market in the world. I'm going to show you the simplicity of it. I'm going to show you in less than 5 minutes how to be one, or how to access a $6.7 trillion a day market, how to basically be one person amongst the many, amongst the masses who are leveraging how to withdraw from a $6.7 trillion a day market. So on the app that you guys pulled up, at the top, you might see a Euro USD. If you've just downloaded it for the first time, you'll see some letters on one side, and on the other side, you'll see, you know, moving red numbers and moving some moving red and blue numbers. Yes, he is the overcomer. I love that. I love that comment. So I'm just gonna give you guys a moment to make sure that you guys are where I am or where I'm saying to be. And once you see that Euro USD, if you just press and hold for a few seconds until you see some options pop up. So go ahead and click on Euro USD that you see on your screen. You're going to go ahead and hold it for a couple of seconds, and then you're going to see some options. If you're on an Android phone, the options that you're going to see will start with the word new order. New order. And if you're on an iPhone, then the options that you see will start with the word trade. Go ahead and click either that word trade or new order. And I'm going to literally, this is the kind of guidance that you get all the time in the space. So you don't have to figure it out. We've gone before you, gone before and figured this out. So all you're doing now is just leveraging information that is actually actively available to you. You had this app in your app store the whole time and you didn't even know. Anyway, it's about to blow your mind. I'm really excited. Okay, so now you're in another screen. You pressed on Euro USD. You press the word trade or new order, and now you're in a whole nother screen. Now, what's this screen? Now, you can see some numbers flashing about and all the rest of it. It will say something weird like instant execution. That's just another word for immediately or right now, because we're about to do this right now. So what you're going to do is look at the bottom of that screen. You'll see the word buy in blue, and you'll see the word sell in red. And these are the only two things that you can actually do in this $6.7 trillion a day market. You can buy and profit, or you can sell and profit. Let's go ahead and click buy. We're not worried about if it's going to be, you know, if it's going to go up or down, positive or negative. I just want you to get the feeling. Press that word buy. It's blue, it's shiny, it says buy. Push the button, push the button, push the button. You will hear a like kind of noise, a pop noise. That means that boom, you're now in the market. Boom, you're now a part of the Forex, the amazing global Forex space. You're now in a $6.7 trillion a day space, guys. You are a player. You are having a piece of the pie, or you are setting yourself up to basically benefit. So right now, you're probably thinking, well, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what this girl's on about. Yeah, I pressed it. I seen it, but I can just see a load of numbers moving up and down. Like they're going red, they're going blue, they're going up, they're going down. I'm not even looking at the thing. And like I said, I mean, I know this off by heart. This is how simple it is. This is basically all you can do. Everything else is just going to add to the knowledge that you've actually just learned right now. Those numbers that you see moving up and down, that's actually money. That is actually money. Now, no, this isn't your money right now. This was a demo situation, but we show you how to make deposits and withdrawals just like that. So let's go ahead and close this out because, you know, we don't know how far it's been. I don't want you guys to already get greedy on me. You know what I mean? We got to kind of control the greed monster, you know, from day one. Now, you know, it's money. You might have, you know, other thoughts. So let's go ahead and just close this out. We entered. Now, how do we exit? Get me out of this thing. I'm in it. How do I get out? I don't know what's going on. Okay. That same trade, that's what it is. That same Euro USD trade, you just basically bought the Euro versus the USD, and now you're going to close out. So you're going to press again and hold it down for a few seconds. You're going to press that word Euro USD, where you see all those numbers moving up and down. They're going red, they're going blue, they're going red, they're going blue. You're going to press and hold that. Now you're going to see some other options. Those options are now going to say close, something like modify and chart, but you're looking for the word close. Might not be right at the top, it might be further down the list. That is the option that you want, close. So go ahead and click on close. So now you're in the final screen. This is it. This is the final countdown. This is you making an agreement with your broker. You didn't even know you had a broker, did you? Well, this tonight you can say, I don't know what was going on, guys, but I entered the $6.7 trillion market. I've now got a broker. I'm in the game. I'm good to go. I'm ready. I'm ready. Call me the Wolf of Wall Street, guys. I'm ready. So you're going to go ahead and click on the orange banner. the orange banner that is on your screen right now that will say either close with profit or close with loss. We're just interested in closing the trade. You guys can let me know. You can type it in the chat. You can let me know what that is for you. But press the button, just like we pressed the button before. Press the button, close with profit or close with loss. Close, close, close. Press the orange button right now. You've done it. It's gone. You entered the market. You exited the market. You are now officially a trader. Just like that, you have traded in the foreign exchange market. You thought it was, this big overwhelming thing. You thought you were going to have to come in and learn it all first and whatever. And yes, you do have some more learning to go, because believe it or not, you have 50% knowledge of you have 50% chance of what you've just done in, getting it right or getting it wrong. So everything else inside the space that you learn, guys, all that's going to do is increase that 50%. Now you've come in the gate with 50%. You're already in the game. And you just want to increase that 50 to 60, 70, 80, 90, even 99.9. Let's not get too sure and cocky. Yeah, let's stick at 99.9 because nothing in this world is sure. But wouldn't you like to be a bit more conscious of what you just done? Wouldn't you like to do it again? I bet it felt good. You heard the noise, you saw the money. a bit addictive, right? It's on your phone now forever. Nothing you can do about it. Even when you leave this call, you go into your daily lives. It's going to be calling you. Don't you want to know how to use that? Use that app on your phone now that you have access. So we're going to go ahead and let's see who I've got here waiting in the rafters. We're going to go ahead and wrap up. Now, you guys right now, you're basically, you're brand new. Yes, you've entered the trade, but you still don't know a lot. You're still new. And being new in any space can be really, really overwhelming. Being new in any space, you still, feel like you've got a lot to learn. You feel like you still kind of, sometimes you might feel like you're playing catch up, all the kind of things that, we kind of tell ourselves. We all have to start somewhere. We've all been new at some point. And you guys, welcome to the right side of the quadrant. Welcome to the right side of money. You're now what you just did is what investors do all day long. What you just did is what those guys in HSBC and Barclays and Santander in those big office buildings are doing every single day with your hard-earned money. Don't you want to learn how to do that too? Don't you want to get in the driver's seat? Well, I'm going to bring to you someone right now who basically, she's in exactly the same position as yourself. She's very, very new in this space, the newest out of all of us on this call. And I just want you to hear her authentic story, hear from her how she is being able to, leverage her time, learn how to fit this in and kind of, just kind of get into the hang of now being, on that side of the quadrant, because, sometimes it's kind of like I said, an overwhelming space to be in. So, Miss Simone, are you out there? You can go ahead and unmute.
Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, my lovely. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. And thank you for inviting me to this space.
Oh, no problem, no problem. Now, I know that you're still a bit shy, and I know you guys can see a little beautiful picture there on the screen, but I'm just really proud of you first and foremost for even stepping up and saying, yeah, I'll talk, I'll say something, I'll tell my story. Because a lot of the time, like we spoke about, we have our amazing source sessions. You are like the soar regular. That is our daily inspirational call where we kind of get empowered, we connect. And sometimes we make things so big in our minds. We talk ourselves out of a lot of blessings. Oh, that's not for me. I can't do that. Oh, I'm this type of person. I'm that type of person. But just, in a very short space of time, I've really seen you being able to broaden your horizons. And I don't want to tell your story. You tell it. You kind of tell us like how you got here and like what value you've received in this short space of time. So over to you, Lady Simone.
Thank you. So I'd say I've been with Rich University now for about 5 weeks. Through family connections, I was introduced, and I must say I'm so grateful to be a part of a community that is so open and supportive. It is unreal. I'm really happy to be where I am. So I'll give you a bit of my background. Early 20s, I became a parent. I was a student. I was holding down 3 jobs. Fast forward to now, I'm finishing my educational studies and I'm looking for a job. But the problem that I've got is I can't seem to find a job that's going to give me an equal work-life balance with being a parent. It just seems like the Rich University landed on my lap at the right time. I've got nothing to lose, so I joined, and I must say there's so many things that are good about it. You get to learn in your own leisure. You get to trade from your mobile phone. It's a platform, an educational platform that helps you to connect with other educators out there to help you build your confidence, build your knowledge, so you know what you're doing. And we have weekly support sessions, daily support sessions. What more is there that you wouldn't want? You know, I want to be successful from the comfort of my own home, and especially during these times with coronavirus now, I think that the Rich University is helping me to take control of my life and my destiny. So I encourage everybody out there to join the community. Dare to be different, dare to be successful, dare to be the best that you can be. The Rich University and Forex platform can change your life.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Drops the mic and walks off stage. Woo! Go you. Go Sim. I'm so godly proud of you right now. Wow. I just feel like chains are being broken in the space just by here. You know, sometimes you just got to free up and speak. What did he say? Speak the truth and shame the devil. No longer will you be a person in the background. No longer will your voice be unheard in this space. I'm so glad that you were able to connect. I'm so glad that you were able to kind of find something that works for you. You know, find a way that is going to benefit your own personal life. A lot of the time we can't see the wood for the trees. You know, we've got so much going on. We don't know kind of what a way out is. There's no one kind of to the left or to the right of us to kind of, you know, reach down and say, you know, here's this, you know, this is a way to do this. This is a way to help you out with that. And, you know, to really just see how you've come in, you've really hit the ground running. I see you on daily sessions. I see you on sessions at nighttime. Like I said, you connect every day to our, you know, our inspirational calls. And I just have no doubt that we're going to be hearing big testimonies from you. I know it's a process. I know sometimes it can, you know, feel intimidating. But, you know, you're definitely in the right place at the right time.
There's everybody there to help you out. So you listen, you learn, and you practice. What more can you want? What more can you do? Everything is within the reach of your hands.
Amen. Practice makes permanent. Remember, we spoke about that. Practice makes permanent. Not perfect. It's not perfection we're striving for. We're striving to make a difference. So guys, I hope that really resonated with you guys, you know. I just wanted us to really have a conversation. You know, it went on longer than I expected, but, you know, I think it really was pivotal for everyone's voice to be heard. You know, sometimes we live in we're from a background or from a work situation where we're not really appreciated. You know, we don't really get the recognition. We don't really get to kind of, you know, have our moment, have our 5 minutes. So I think it's important because, like I said, representation is key. And from the beautiful voices that you heard tonight, you know, you were able to hopefully receive some value, hopefully be able to connect, hopefully be able to think about, you know, things a bit differently now for yourself, for your kids, for you know, your younger cousins or whoever. You might even be thinking about your mum right now and different things. You know, pensions don't look the way they used to. Jobs don't look the way they used to. Options are, you know, a little bit shaky. So, you know, we just want to welcome you, you know, to the Rich University. We want to be the first ones to say, come on in. You know, we're going to give you a big hug. We've got plenty of things on the table. We've got scholarships to help you. We've got ways to even help you fund your trading account. I didn't want to go into the meat and potatoes as far as, you know, businessy presentation type. I just wanted to have a chat. And I know my dad is there in the background, so I don't think I could wrap up without giving my dad, you know, the final word. He's the head of, you know, my household, you know, that guy that's in my life that always has a word of wisdom. So I'll let good old Mr. Abayomi Alamoru kind of just lead us out. And yeah, over to you, Daddy-O.
Oh wow, I didn't expect that introduction from you. I've waited 55 years for it, so yeah, this is a good day. Hello everybody. I hope you enjoyed hearing those experiences, people sharing what they've done since they've been in this community. I'm proud of every single one of them, and I'm proud to be partnering with them. Look, the bottom line is that as someone who shunned this activity for years, people were telling me about it, including my own daughter, and it just wasn't for me. Like my elder sister, I'm a solicitor, kind of traditionally trained, traditional businesses I've had in the past, and this just is not my thing. But what I can tell you is that even though you might think it takes you out of your comfort zone, it doesn't. It's learnable, it's understandable, and it works. It's that simple. And you know what we've done over the last few months is brought such a wide range of people in the community, from 18 to 65, 66, or what have you, and we're all involved in the same thing, trying to learn and understand and apply knowledge so that we can profit. And right across the board, it's working. It's working. Trading is something that the system kind of says isn't really for us, isn't for some guy from Longsight or Hume or Moss Side. It's what people do over there. Well, that's just a lie. It's just a lie. You have the intelligence, you have the ability, and you have the confidence to do it, and you have all of those things to do it successfully in the right place. And it's finding the right place, and that's what I hope. Well, I don't hope. I can see we created that right place right here in Manchester with a global connection. So personally, if I were someone looking at this presentation, I'd start to think, what are all these people so excited about? Because it's ridiculous to be excited about, trading. Well, it's not. It's because of the impact it has on lives, opening people's minds to how they achieve their life goals by adding to their financial knowledge, not just in terms of the trading, but just learning about money management. What's risk capital? What all the things that people in the private schools are taught from the beginning. We never were. Our parents were great, but it wasn't their background either. But now we're changing it. That's the point. So come and join us. Come and speak to us. Find out what we've been banging on about for the last hour or so, and I guarantee you'll be interested. And I also think you'll join us. So I look forward to seeing you all.
Wow, guys. Well, if that wasn't, an outro like none other, then I don't know what is. Thank you so much. Thank you for being, you and Mum, being my first mentor, giving me the start in life to let me even recognize when an opportunity, was at my doorstep. Thank you for giving me the confidence to be able to, really try new things and, not be closed-minded and not be scared. That's really come from you guys. So definitely didn't think I was going to be going here with the conversation, but I'm just really spiritually led and compelled. And just to give it up to my folks, we all said yes to Forex. We all said yes to Rich University, a space that we didn't have a lot of knowledge about. You guys have actually got more knowledge than we had, when we actually, said yes. So the door's open. I'm definitely want to be the first ones to welcome you. I know some of you have already been reaching out to me and wanting to get started. If you guys are on here and wondering how exactly can I get started, someone invited you onto this call today. Someone thought highly enough of you to show you this information. So why not go back to that person? First of all, just say thank you. Just say thank you for them broadening your horizons. Just say thank you for the, let me tell you, if you're in Manchester, you're about to see Rich all over the place. We're about to have a Rich Kids Academy. There's about to be a lot of activity taking place here, especially, to increase our financial literacy and acquire, what we need, the skills we need from a young age and upwards to kind of move forward in life. So I'm going to kind of leave it there. I could sit on here all night. I said it was going to be a quick call. I should have known better. But let me be the first one to welcome you guys to Rich University, and I'll see you guys at the top because it's way too crowded at the bottom. Good night, guys. Okay, that's 1 second. We are still streaming on Facebook and broadcast.